Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Dasa Govinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Several hundreds of years back, there was a devotee by the name Pitavarna. He used to be a great devotee of Lord Guruvayurappa in Kerala. So, he was very old, was very aged, but still he used to walk all the way to have a darshan of the Lord. So, when he was in those days, there was no any other communication. So, the only way is just to walk. So there used to be a lot of troubles, physically and externally. So one day, from wherever the place he was staying, he started going to the Guruvayur place, where Lord Krishna's place, and he packed all his belongings, and he was started walking. So, and he was going through, passing through different villages. Immediately he has to pass through one dense forest to reach the Guruvayurappa, one of the holy places, Krishna's temple in Kerala. So, in that forest, what happened? There was some kind of robbers. Their profession, their purpose is whoever the visitors, they want to rob. So, the robbers came saw, oh, this man is carrying a lot of luggage, lot of bags, so he must be having a lot of money, lot of wealth. So then they attacked him. So old person, what he does? So he gives up. So he started giving one by one, whatever is having possessions, some money, some jewelry, and finding his finger, there was a gold ring. So it was gifted by someone, so he was having that. Finally the robbers were asked, please give that also. So he given the ring. So he was ready to give everything, unhesitatingly he is giving all the things. But one thing, he has nicely wrapped, a nice silk cloth, he wrapped around some item. All the robbers were thinking that, oh, it is something very valuable. So, please give that. So then they thought, then this Bhagavatam was not ready. So what was that? It was the personal copy of Bhagavatam. So he told, no, I won't give this. No. Then they told, no, you should give. No, it's just a Bhagavatam book. No, you are telling lie. You are so nicely packed. It must be something very valuable. No, you must give. So then, Bhagavatam at that moment, what to do? So he said, he is ready to use all his jewelry, cash, okay, that is all, no problem. Personal copy, Bhagavatam, how we can use? So, but these people are not understanding. So then, finally, in that mood, desperately, he was caught crying for help. Please, somebody come save me. So suddenly, what happened? There was one minister who was passing through the forest for some other purpose, able to hear the voice of the Purnatma. And he comes and immediately he makes the robbers go away from the place, he chastises the minister, the powerful person. So then, finally Punatam is very happy, finally his personal copy of Bhagavatam is secured, nothing happened. So because he was a very great orator of Bhagavatam, he used to speak Bhagavatam very nicely. Wherever he goes and speaks Bhagavatam, hundreds and thousands of people used to listen to him. That is also in such a way when Punatam started narrating Bhagavatam, people used to forget the time. Day, night, they used to forget. Such a nice speaker of Bhagavatam, and such a great devotee. So finally, he was very much pleased with that minister. So finally, he wanted to give something to that minister. So, jewelry, cash, everything came back. So what he told is personally what the ring he was having, that ring he give to that minister. So you please. But minister said, I am a minister, I don't want all these things. So then he told, no, still I want to give you because you helped me to protect my personal copy of Bhagavatam. So then minister out of obligation, out of his post, he accepted that gold ring and he went out. After a few days, the Punatam reaches Guruvayurappa, the place, and the deity is called Guruvayurappa, Krishna's deity is called Guruvayurappa. So, the day he reaches the Guruvayur, in the Guruvayurappa temple, there is a pujari, head priest. In his dream, the Lord comes. See, there is one devotee has come. His name is Punatam. He has gifted me one ring. So currently I am wearing it in my finger. When he comes for darshan, you should give to him back. The Pujari was asking, I did not put any finger ring to Lord, so what is this finger ring? Where he has got? So suddenly he goes and opens the altar. There he saw, what is the finger ring? Finger ring. So immediately removes, and then Punatam comes, and when Punatam comes, so he hand over the ring to the Punatam. So then Punatam realizes, oh, that minister was not an ordinary person. He is the Supreme Lord. Guruvayurappa, Krishna, he himself came to protect my personal copy of Bhagavatam. So then he realizes he was astonished. So after that, he moves to other place, another one famous Lord Shiva temple in Kerala called Kottiyur, Lord Shiva temple. This temple opens only once in a year for a few days. Just like how we have a Gundicha temple in Puri, which opens only once in a year. Similar way, this Lord Shiva's temple also opens only once in a year. That is also for a few days, some 11 days, 21 days, something like that. So, Punatam goes there, and wherever he goes, so he starts narrating the Bhagavatam, and people will come and assemble and start hearing. So he comes to Kottiyur temple, offers respect to Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, and in the temple hall he sits and starts narrating the pastimes of the Bhagavatam. So as all of you know, Bhagavatam is in several cantos. And he starts narrating, and one day it comes to an end, 10th canto, 60th chapter. So he narrates that pastime and keeps his book marked, closes the book, and evening, temple is closed, so he leaves the place. And again, what happens? Next day, when he comes and opens the book, so he kept at the end of the chapter because he finished the chapter narration. The bookmark was kept shifted to beginning of the chapter. You can't confuse what I narrated yesterday. Okay, I think I did not narrate this chapter. Okay, let me narrate once again. So he is narrating so so nice, and audience also so much likes his narration, they did not mind repetition. They want to hear again, audience also want to hear again. So the second day gone, again he kept the bookmark, and then again he went. Third day, same thing, opens the book, it's the beginning of the bookmark we shifted. Then he thought, what is happening? I narrated yesterday. Okay, any of bookmark is let me narrate again the chapter. So narrates the chapter past time. Actually the past time is Lord Krishna conversation with Rukmini. So in one of the conversation, Krishna started teasing the Rukmini. What was conversation? Says, Rukmini, why you married me? Your brother found so nice matches for you. Jarasandha was there. Dantavakra was there. Shishupala was there. They are all kings. You would have married them, no? Why you married me? I am a just simple covered boy. So they are more qualified. They are having a lot of big army. I am simple. So when you start teasing Rukmini Devi will start crying. Krishna, you are my master. What are you saying? How I can think you other as my husband? So this is the pastime. So this pastime is the one of narrating. So what happened? So that they also narrated, and that was the last day of the temple darshan opening. And next day the temple darshan won't open, it will open next year only. So we left the place, and temple altar got closed, temple closed, everything is closed. So then, after walking for some distance, he realized that, today I should take my book back, my personal copy, very important. So if I miss, then another 1 year temple won't open. So then, temple door is closed. And what to do? Again, he more rushes back. Try to seek some help. So meantime, what happens? The temple door is closed and Pujari, everyone has gone. No one is there. So in temple, somebody is, he heard, somebody is talking. The temple door is closed, no one is inside, who is talking? Then out of curiosity, small hole, the block is there, he looks at the hole. He sees Bhutaganas. All the Bhutaganas, Bhutaganas are there. They are all nicely sitting and hearing. Then who is speaking? So somehow with difficulty he sees. So who is speaking? Lord Shiva is speaking. He was using same copy which Punatham used to narrate. And then along with Bhutaganas and Lord Shiva, then next Parvati Maya also is there. She is sitting in the front line and she is reading. And the Lord Shiva narrates nicely all 68 chapters, so nice. Nicely explains. And after that we ask Lord Shiva, Parvati Maya, how is my narration? How I am narrating? Parvati Maya tells, Punatham is better. Punatham is narrating you, your narration is much better than yours. Then Lord Shiva, okay, what to do? So that's why Parvati Maya tells, Punatham was narrating Bhagavatam so nicely, that's why I want to hear this chapter again and again from him. That's why I used to place the bookmark every day, the beginning of the chapter. See, this is what Srimad Bhagavatam is about. The Bhagavatam is considered as a topmost literature. Topmost devotees. Why it is considered as a topmost literature? Because topmost devotees like Shiva, Lord Shiva, Lord Parvati Maya wants to hear. They will discuss in their free time. And that is also not like they are hearing once. They want to hear again, again, and again. In another pastime, once Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking his sannyas, Mahaprabhu walking from Mayapur to Jagannath Puri. So Mahaprabhu comes to a place called Baranagar, near to Calcutta, on the bank of the Ganges. So there Mahaprabhu, finishing his morning rituals, taking bath in Ganga and all, those all rituals is finishing. Meantime, from nearby place, he hears one devotee is narrating Bhagavatam. So, little far. But he is able to hear. Then Mahaprabhu got attracted. I mean, who is this devotee? He is narrating Bhagavatam so nicely. I should listen this Bhagavatam. I should see who is this devotee. Actually, the devotee, there was no any audience. He was sick. He was having his book, Bhagavatam, was opening, and he was reading for his own self so nicely. And wherever he comes, his understandings, realizations, he used to just, for himself only, he used to narrate. No audience was there. But Mahaprabhu hears this. And who is this devotee? So nicely narrating. So Mahaprabhu finishes his morning activities and goes searching. Where is who is narrating? Go and searches. And finally enters the place of house of Raghunath Upadhyaya. And this Raghunath Upadhyaya is sitting and nicely reading Bhagavatam on his own, when suddenly saw Mahaprabhu in front of him. So in ecstasy, he could not believe what is real or not. So then he immediately gets up and paid obeisance to Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu says, I never heard Bhagavatam, somebody narrating like you. Your narration is the best. Who is certifying? Who is certifying this? Krishna himself. Krishna himself is certifying the devotee. Your reading, your narration is the best. So then he tells, see, now onwards, your name is not Raghunath Upadhyaya. Now onwards, your name is Bhagavata Acharya. Mahaprabhu gave Namacharya title to Haridas Thakur, for same way for Raghunath Upadhyaya gave a title as Bhagavata Acharya. See, this is the power of Bhagavatam. It attracts devotees, it attracts Supreme Lord Himself. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got attracted towards these Bhagavatam, and he gave title to his devotee Raghunath Upadhyaya. So this Bhagavatam is not meant for ordinary people. Only it's meant for a top class devotees. If you see in this first canto, there are multiple conversations are happening. One conversation between Sutta Goswami and Shaunakadi Rishis. That's what we are hearing. Sutta Goswami is the elevated saint, and he is explaining to the sages of the Naimisharanya, who are headed by Shaunaka Rishi. And also there is a conversation in here next after few shlokas between Vasudeva and Narada Muni. Vasudeva narrates to this knowledge to Narada Muni. And after some time, few chapters will hear Vasudeva is narrating to Shukadeva Goswami. And also we hear Shukadeva Goswami is narrating to Parikshit Maharaj. See, in all these conversations, both the speaker and the listener are the top class. Highly elevated speaker and highly elevated listener. So that is a perfect combination for Bhagavatam to manifest. That's why in this purport, Prabhupada is telling the responsibility of the listener and the responsibility of the speaker. By mentioning to Shaurata Rishi and by mentioning to Sutta Goswami, Prabhupada is telling that who can speak Bhagavatam? He's saying that Yata Ditam, Yata Mati, Yata Ditam, Yata Mati. That is a qualification of the Sutta Goswami. What is that? He is presenting the things as he heard from his previous acharya. As he heard from his previous acharya. And also, he is presenting his own realizations. That realizations are not concocted or some different meaning taken out, not like that. Those realizations also are in line with the Shastra, Guru, Parampara. Sometimes we say, oh, it's my realization. Actually, realization is a very big word. It's a very big word. You can say, I am our understanding. I understood, as per my understanding, but there is a realization. Actually, the person is feeling it by all the levels, intellectually, emotionally, physically, in all the way he has understood and he has implemented that principle in his life. Then we can say, I am realized. Such a thing is called realizations. But one only intellectually one understood, but practically not following, he himself is not following. So then that is not his realization. He still is not realizing it. So I was hearing another one about reading about a person, one of the famous speakers in the US. He was having thousands of followers. His name comes as some Ted Gautam, something like that. He was very famous in the year 2000. He was having thousands of followers and he was the head of the one church also. They call it as a Christian, they call it as evangelist. Such a speaker, they call it as evangelist. So this person was so much talking about moral principles, and he was talking about how the family morals, how one family everyone should live nicely, and he was talking against about drugs, and he was talking about homosexuality, which was prominent, now also prominent in the US. But later, some years, some of his followers told that he himself was taking drugs, and he himself was having a homosexual relationship with many of his followers. So this is not realization. The realization means the person practically brought into his life. That's what the character, the qualities of the Bhagavatam speakers and the Bhagavatam listeners. So, that is in one of the Puranas mentioned what all kinds of Bhagavatam listeners are there among pure devotees. Among pure devotees, also there's a different kind of eagerness, anticipation, a kind of an interest to listen Bhagavatam. So what is that? It compares some birds and some animals. The Purana explains and says, some are like Chataka bird, Chataka Pakshi. What the Chataka Pakshi does, this Chataka Pakshi, it's whenever it feels thirsty, but it won't drink water from anywhere. It won't drink water from any of the source. It starts shouting, making noise, or making chirping. So, and start chirping and making noise, and it drinks water only from the rain cloud. So whenever the rain happens, the fresh rain water only drinks. It don't drink, even though it's thirsty, it don't drink any other water. That's called Chataka. So it will be so eagerly waiting, desperately waiting for only to take the rain, drops of rainwater. So it says, this is the one class of pure devotees. They want only Bhagavatam. They don't want to hear anything else. And another comparison says, there is a fish. They compare the fish. Says, generally fish won't stay in muddy water. Fish will be in the ocean, or the lake, clean water, rivers are there. So says, the Bhagavatam listeners are like that. They don't want to hear anything which is contaminated material, even little mixed. Some other material thing they don't want to hear. They want pure. This is another, and they cannot live without them. Just like how fish cannot live without water, these kind of Bhagavatam listeners, they don't want to listen, don't want to live without Bhagavatam. They feel great and uncomfortable when they put into association of the materialistic people. And it's mentioned, there is another kind of pure devotees. They are compared to Ansa, swan. What is the special quality of swan? What is the milk? If you give the swan milk and water mixed, if you mix one, if you give adulterated milk, if you give what the special quality of the swan Amsa, it takes up only the milk and leaves the water. Any of us we can do this? No. Same way, there are some expert pure devotees, if you present anything in front of them, they will take only Bhagavatam essence. Material things untouched, they will leave it. So this is another level of pure devotee. But what happens in our case, we will get contaminated. We will take only water. We will leave the milk. That's our condition. But pure devotees, that's why they call Paramahamsas. They call as Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa means takes only milk, no water. So this is another kind of listeners, another kind of pure devotees who are connected with the Bhagavatam. And there is another kind of, one more kind of pure devotees. They are compared to parrot. What parrot does? If anyone speaks, parrot will listen same thing, and parrot will reproduce. When parrot reproduces, it will become more melodious, more sweeter to hear. Right? Parrot speaks. Some ordinary person speaks, it's like very normal. Same way, there are some pure devotees, when they hear Bhagavatam, and when they present the Bhagavatam, it will become very melodious. That's why it says, Shukamkar, Amrita, Drava Samyuta. When Shukadev Goswami is narrating Bhagavatam, it was more nectarious. It was more nice, more basic to hear. So this is another kind of Bhagavatam listeners. So, if this is the case, if Bhagavatam is meant only for the very top class listeners and top class speakers, then why we are listening? Definitely we are not both of them. We are not top class listeners. We are not top class speakers. Then why we are listening? What is the benefit? Bhagavatam itself is right. Yes. It is best used for the top class devotee, but ordinary conditioned devotees also will take benefit of it. To come out of the contaminations which they are carrying. It says, when Bhagavatam is spoken, it is like how Mother Ganga can purify all the three worlds. Upper, middle, lower planet, all the three planets are purified when Ganga flows. Same way, when Bhagavatam is heard or spoken, all the three kinds of people will be get benefit. Who are those three? First of all, the speaker. Whatever the contamination Bhagavad speaker is adding, so you will all, that contamination will go away by speaking the Bhagavatam. And second benefit is the listener. Even somebody who don't know the language, somebody even partially somebody came and heard 1 minute and went back. They came, their intention was not to hear Bhagavatam, their intention was just to come and have a darshan, and they just came and they heard Bhagavatam and they went. Even unintentionally somebody is hearing, their bhakti started. Their bhakti path started. In this life or next life or some other life, definitely they will going to become great devotees and get the complete benefit of the bhakti. And another special benefit will be get people who ask questions. If you see, Bhagavatam is full of questions. We know in the first 3 chapters what happened? The first sages asked the 6 questions, Sudha Goswami answered. Now Shonaka is going to ask another 4 questions, starting from the 2nd verse. That is the answer for few more this chapter. And after that, so many other questions. Completely question and answer, question and answer, question and answer. So the person who asks a question in Bhagavatam, related to Bhagavatam, he will get special favor. So because he is inquisitive, he has the hungry to know more. So Bhagavatam will be pleased with him if he asks questions. So that's why when we hear, when we listen, when we speak, or when we ask a question, what will happen? That's what the prayer says initially. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. So by hearing all the nasta, loss, what will we lose? Abhadreshu, all the inauspicious things. We have a big storehouse of all anarthas. That is our treasure. That is our bank balance which we are carrying. All anarthas. So what will happen when we start hearing all these anarthas is going to diminish, almost becoming. That's why Srila Prabhupada mentions, made it as a compulsory to hear Bhagavatam every day. To that extent, it has a significance. Srila Prabhupada mentions in the 7 objectives of ISKCON as a first objective. Today is another very auspicious, important day. Today is the incorporation day of ISKCON. The same day, July 13, in 1966, Srila Prabhupada founded this great movement. So let's understand what are the 7 objectives briefly and how Prabhupada founded this society. First objective is, we are all members of ISKCON, we are followers of ISKCON, we should know the objectives properly. We all should know. If we don't know the objectives, so then what kind of followers we are? To systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large and to educate all people in the techniques of spiritual life in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. This is the first objective of ISKCON. This is what ISKCON's contribution to the world, to give real unity and peace in the world. ISKCON will last from 1966 to all these so many years, so many decades. ISKCON has contributed to this world, this peace and unity, irrespective of caste, color, or country, or whatever that, all you will be able to see in the powers of ISKCON. So first thing is systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large and educate all people in the techniques of spiritual life. See, education, and that education is theoretically giving the other things. Another thing is teaching the techniques how to follow spiritual life. Prabhupada practically did this 100%. So that's what this contemplative. How much we can see the importance for hearing Krishna Katha or propagate this. You can see in the temple, as soon as anyone enters first step into temple, and until unless leaving is the last step, continuously you will be hearing about Krishna, one way or another. That is how Prabhupada introduced all these techniques. Anyone comes to temple, enter first, what you will hear? Hare Krishna, nice tune. So many ways Hare Krishna words. Unconsciously, before he is as soon as he enters, he will be leaving minimum would have finished one mala, knowingly or unknowingly. So that's how Prabhupada brought all the techniques. And he says, second, to propagate a consciousness of Krishna as it is revealed in the great scriptures of India, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyone who enters, to some extent, carry this consciousness. They will carry some prasadam, they will carry some book, they will carry nice image of the Lord's darshan. Something they will carry. They will feel, oh wow, it's so nice. That maybe they may not become full devotees, but at least some good thing they will carry. And they will be impressed, and there is some change in their consciousness when they visit the temple. To bring the members of the society together with each other and nearer to Krishna. See, what a nice verse of its frame. Bring the members of society together. Not only one person will bring one person to bring another person. No. We'll all bring whoever comes, we'll all together we will take them. Together with each other to where? Nearer to Krishna. We can see in our own lives, even though we were know about Krishna, what was our relationship with Krishna before this and how it is now. Every day we are feeling we are knowing newer and newer things about Krishna and feeling a connection very close to Krishna. That's why we become nearer and nearer to Krishna. And thus, developing the idea within the members and humanity at large that each soul is part and parcel of the quality of Godhead. Where was this understanding? We are part and parcel of Krishna. Where is this understanding? To teach and encourage the Sankirtana movement, congregational chanting the holy name of God. So that Sankirtan is a very way of Dasa Sankirtan, Dasa Yatra, so many things which we are doing. To erect for the members of for the society at large a holy place of transcendental pastime dedicated to the personality of Krishna. To construct a temples which are dedicated for Krishna. So there is no other alternative. Not like we want to have other temples. So like Sanatana temple. There is nothing exclusively only for Krishna. Prabhupada is so clear. You something little of how Prabhupada is so clear. To bring members closer together for the purpose of teaching simpler and natural way of life. Krishna's temples are gorgeous. We want to build a very gorgeous, luxurious temples, but we want to make followers' life very simple. In some other places, it's contrast. Goswami, some other people there, they have a luxurious life, but temples will be simple. But Prabhupada has a different idea. With a view towards achieving the aforementioned purposes to publish and distribute periodicals, magazines, books and other writings. So this is one of the most important things. Objectives, printing books, distributing the books, magazines. Why? These all principles, these helps people to come closer to Krishna. These all seven are intact, connected to each other. Any of these things does serve the purpose of rest all other 6 points. So, this is what the 7 objectives of this call, which Prabhupada incorporated on July 13 in 1966. It was not so easy. Today we are all sitting here and we are listening. This was not the day Prabhupada underwent. Prabhupada not only struggled while traveling in Jaladuta, post after landing in America also several struggles Prabhupada underwent. See, all of you have now where it's a place to stay. Somebody suddenly comes and asks you, throws you out of your room with your luggage, with your suitcase, with your bag. How will be that moment? How do you feel? What kind of anxiety? That is also unknown place. You don't have any, not like nowadays I take mobile and call to my father or mother, you transfer some money, book some hotel, so many applications are there. Nothing like that. Srila Prabhupada has to face this situation kind of blankness. Don't know where I will stay next moment. Multiple times in his life, between 1965 to 1966, multiple times. So such one instinct, like to share. Prabhupada used to share, leaving one house of one Indian. His name was Dr. Mishra. He was a very spiritual person, but he was having a different faith. He was more towards spiritual. He was a yoga teacher. He used to teach yoga for his people who were clients used to come. And Prabhupada can also take classes and inspire them. Some of them would take Krishna consciousness. And when some people used to come, Prabhupada used to conduct sessions, classes for them. But initially it was okay, Dr. Mishra was okay. But as some days passes, Dr. Mishra was confronted. Because his belief was the Supreme Absolute is impossible. So, when Prabhupada used to conduct sessions, many many young Americans used to come and attend the sessions. Some of them become more interested and very close to Prabhupada. And at one point of time, Prabhupada comes to know, yes, so this is not a right place, because they kind of a lot kind of a restriction where Prabhupada cannot talk about Krishna. See, if you see that, remember the example of the fish. Fish cannot stay in muddy water. Same way, Prabhupada cannot stay in a space where there is no space for to talk Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada one day take all his luggage and decided to move to another one place. That place was belonged to an young American who was 17 or 18 years old. His name was Paul, Mr. Paul. So he used to come and attend Prabhupada classes in Mishra's place, and he showed interest. And once before this, Prabhupada went and conducted one program in his place. It was a kind of a loft area. In that loft area, Prabhupada conducted one program. Paul only invited, and Paul called all of his friends, and Prabhupada conducted. That was very spacious and nice place. And then Prabhupada thought, okay, as just an experiment, I am conducting this program. So then Prabhupada felt good. And after that, Prabhupada thought, okay, better than staying at Mishra's place, it will go to the house place. Then Prabhupada took all his luggage, typewriter, everything, and moved to Bowley Street, which is a 94 number house, which was on the 4th floor. And it was a little spacious room, one room, and there was in between some curtain. So Prabhupada thought it can be you can have some privacy. And there was only one bathroom. So this Paul and Prabhupada used to stay in one bathroom. So then, but this Paul was showing interest, and Prabhupada tried to inspire him. At one point of time, he was so keen, he was ready to come to India. Prabhupada was ready to send him to India. And he was also, Prabhupada was telling that any devotee sees any some good space, what devotee thinks? Devotee thinks, how to convert into a temple. Prabhupada was thinking, okay, how I can convert this specific temple, how I can get deities from Vrindavan or Jaipur, I can new Radha Krishna deities. We should start temple and we should establish society. So it was a month of March, and among the Prabhupada started conducting the programs. In that programs, there's another one young man was called Mr. Carl, used to come. He was also very keen to listen to Prabhupada and take up, he was taking up Krishna consciousness. And he knows some lawyers. So he introduced one lawyer to Prabhupada, and they were understanding what is the formalities if I want to start any society by karma. They initiated these talks and formalities. Meantime, what happened? This Paul was a very young and was showing some keen interest to listen and take up Krishna consciousness. He was having one bad habit, he was not able to come out. What was that bad habit? He was consuming drugs. So you know, if somebody consumes drugs, how will be his state of mind? A lot of uncertainty. Anything he can do. So one day Prabhupada at the night sitting and typing, typing his books. He was having the manuscripts and he was just typing. Suddenly this Mr. Paul started behaving uncommonly. He was so angry, furious. So Prabhupada understood he has taken his drug dose heavily. So Prabhupada at that time gets down from the 4th floor, just 9, 10 o'clock in the night, comes up from there. So then waited for some few hours, few minutes. So then this person like cool down, calm down. So then again Prabhupada goes and continues the class. So Prabhupada used to tell some small things, try to fine tune this guy, but this was very adamant, reluctant to do any of the habits. So Prabhupada used to say, bathrooms common. Sometimes this Paul used to leave his soap on the floor. Prabhupada used to tell, don't do that. If anyone steps on the soap, they will slip and fall, may cause any damage. But still he was reluctant, not ready to listen. And one day, what happened in the morning, around 7 a.m., this person he came, somebody was not there in the night, he came just morning, he landed, and he was having a very heavy dose of drugs. He just came and started loudly screaming and shouting. It was very shocking to see the Prabhupada, to see his behavior. Cranky, practically was a man. And it's really scary. If such person is your roommate, how you will be? You will be comfortable? Even for 1 minute, you will be uncomfortable. So then Prabhupada immediately walked out of that place, and Prabhupada called to this one more young youth used to come attend, that was Mr. Kal. Mr. Kal understood, so what is the scenario? And he was very favorable, he was listening to Prabhupada. So later this devotee became an initiated devotee by the Kalalapati Das. So later. So then he told, then what is the option? Now where Swamiji will go? So then, okay, Swamiji will come, I will take to my house. So this house is also one room, not anything. And in this house, one BHK, one room and one hall, something is there. So in one room, he and his wife are staying. And in another room, living room is there. So then Swamiji, you can stay in his living room. Not any personal, any separate room. And he has many cats, few dogs. Those cats and dogs also in the living room. And Prabhupada kept all his luggage in one corner, and Prabhupada managing it in one corner. This one for several weeks. But Prabhupada so determined. Prabhupada continued his sessions day itself. And after some time, the wife of Kal started feeling uncomfortable. See, just imagine, one room is there, one hall is there, and there one family is staying, husband and wife, that is also Western husband and wife, and cats are there, dogs are there, pet dogs and pet cats, and in one corner there is a space in that Swamiji was lived in Vrindavan, was very nice, he used to stay in Radha Damodar temple. Where is Radha Damodar temple? Where is this Mr. Kal's house, middle of cats and dogs? So Swamiji continued his preaching. So Mr. Kal also understood this is not going to continue for a long time. So one day, in the morning, the wife is very uncomfortable. If wife is uncomfortable, wife will show his anger on home. Husband. So husband understood. So immediately on Monday morning, around 7 a.m., both Prabhupada and Mr. Kal, with carrying Prabhupada's suitcase, they went out of the house, searching where the Swamiji is staying. So there is another one, youth used to come. His name was Mr. Mike, later called as Mukunda Goswami. So Prabhupada went suddenly and goes to their house that was nearby, and that person he was not ready to accept, also not ready to say yes to Prabhupada. So because he is living with his girlfriend and living relationship kind of thing. Then Prabhupada goes, some of the receives see to Prabhupada and the scenario Swamiji has come with a suitcase. He is in fear in mind. What if Swamiji asks me, can I stay in your place? If before he started, Swamiji, I am practicing music, and many musicians will come. This place will be not suitable for you. Before we start telling all these things, then Carl understood, oh, this is not the right place for us. So then Carl again take back Swamiji to his house. And meantime, Mike was a nice person. Mike told, I will find out a place for you, Swamiji. So then he gone through some newspaper and he found one place where this mentioned is available for the rent. So he called Mr. Paul and Swamiji, both of them went. So that place is called 26 Second Avenue, a matchless gift shop. It was a storefront. It was just a store, and it was in the ground floor. And as soon as Carl saw, oh, it's a very good place, ground floor easily accessible. People can come and go. So then, the owner also okay. Then again, the owner told, what is the rent? Ask for the rent. How much the rent? Yeah, they asked for the owner how much the rent. He told, $100. Swamiji, who don't have any place to stay, he has to pay $100 per month as a rent. Even today it's difficult. How much is $100 now? Huh? 80,000. Even today people will think. Those days, 50 years before, $100 paying is not possible. Then Prabhupada, wherever he goes, used to carry Bhagavatam set. Then immediately Prabhupada wrote, see, this Mr. Paul and Mr. Mike, they are my members of our society. They pay every month $21 to me because they are members. You take these books also cost $21, so you don't need to pay anything. You also become member of our society. You keep paying $21 every month. So that person was shocked. What is this? What Swamiji is speaking? I am asking for rent and he is giving his books and asking me only to pay. So somehow the deal got settled and finally it came from $100 to $79. Okay, that owner is also happy. Then he told Swamiji there was one more behind there one place is there available, one studio apartment. So if you want, you can also take it. Okay, what is the rent? $85. Okay, you take it. So now $85 plus 79. Swamiji has to pay every day, every month. Swamiji agreed. See here in all the situations, Prabhupada having a faith on Krishna. He was not, oh, how I can pay. And see the attitude also. One is faith, another thing is the attitude of Prabhupada. Wherever he is going, carrying books. See, Prabhupada is going to meet one landlord. What is the need of carrying books? If we want to meet any landlord, why will we think? We won't think to sell a book to that landlord. Right? But Prabhupada was having that intention. Prabhupada was looking for every single opportunity. When Prabhupada landed from Jaladuta, first handed over the Bhagavatam set to whom? Ajit Pandya, captain of the ship. Prabhupada carried 40 rupees from India, and when he landed at America, first give Bhagavatam set and taken money from Ajit Pandya. As soon as Prabhupada landed, was ready to distribution. So then on the July 1st, 1966, agreement was done. The place was handed over to Swamiji, and Swamiji started laying in the matchless gift shop and started conducting sessions. There was a Thursday, Tuesday, Friday, like 3 days in a week, morning and evening, Prabhupada used to conduct sessions. And on the July 13th, on the morning, the Bhagavatam class was going on like this. So then Mr. Carr brings the advocate with all the documentation, all the papers, and the lawyer also sits behind, attend the class. And after the class ends, lawyer brings the papers and Prabhupada signs the document. And Prabhupada asks if any trust or anything has been registered, there should be trustees or the main members or the part of the trust. So, but Prabhupada said that who are the other trustees? Then Prabhupada asked all the audience, you don't know anything. So they agreed to sign and they became the trustees in that way. That's how International Society for Krishna Consciousness started. So there also, the lawyer asked, Swamiji, why you are thinking of Krishna consciousness? I can't God consciousness. No, everyone should know Krishna is the only God. Everyone should know Krishna is the only God. That's why International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So this way, this great movement started in 1966, July 10th. So Prabhupada was indifferent to his pains or sufferings. Why? No, this pain or suffering is taking is only for some time, but this seed, what is sowing, is going to be for next 10,000 years. Millions and millions of people, conditioned living entities, going to take shelter of this ISKCON, and they will get benefited. Prabhupada was aware of this. That's why he was indifferent to heart attacks, insults. In all these cases, he was indifferent. He was not affected by any of those things. So, we are also blessed to be part of this such a great organization. It's founded by Srimad. So that's why, as a sincere followers, sincere disciples, we should see how these 7 objectives we can take it very seriously in our lives. These 7 objectives should be the objectives of our life. My life is meant to fulfill, try, and give full endeavor to fulfill these 7 objectives. So our life should be dedicated to these objectives. So then we can please Prabhupada. Otherwise, we have taken lot of benefits from the organization. Everything. But what we are giving back, actually we cannot give back anything. But if at least we carry that attitude, carry that gratitude, I have to give something to my spiritual master, I have to do something to my spiritual master's mission. That is the success of disciple. So this attitude, this consciousness is not easy. We will be carried away by three modes of nature, so many ups and downs, and our life will be. We will struggle to only come out of these three modes of nature. But if we sincerely attach to these objectives and try to serve Prabhupada, our consciousness also will get purified and we will be able to please Prabhupada also. So let's pray to Srila Prabhupada on this occasion, so Prabhupada may bless all of us, where we can get great strength and intelligence to follow the instructions. Vishnu Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. International Society for Krishna Consciousness ki Jai. ISKCON Foundation Day ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.